almost 10 o'clock in the morning. I don't know what's happening to me out here, you guys. I was sick right around Thanksgiving time, got sick after Christmas, and now sick again. I've been out. This is a Tuesday. I got sick Saturday night. I'm obviously still not feeling great. I'm getting tired of it. I don't know what's going on. This is probably more sick than I've been in the last 20 years, amount of times. I don't generally get sick, and now I've gotten sick 3 times, 1 month apart. Anyway, I'm giving it a go. Go down here to the property. Roger wants to meet me down there, and we're gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna be doing like a more official outline of the house so that we now can start doing the footers since we got that building permit. That's the plan. Gonna see if I can make it, see how I feel. And then the reason why we're trying to squeeze it in was it was not supposed to rain today, but it is sprinkling right now. And then we're supposed to get rain for like 4 or 5 days straight, which means we pretty much can't do anything out there. Alright guys, almost noon. I'm still surviving. It sprinkled on us a few times. Roger's clearing this, or like leveling it. I did some cutting in. We had to actually make it, longer than we had it actually. I don't know how we didn't get that. Anyway, we're kind of finalizing the pad and getting it all straightened up. I'm still making it. Alright guys, it's almost 3 o'clock. I was out here way longer than I thought I would be. Roger just left maybe 5 minutes ago. First thing to show is that this broke today. I had there's a pin that goes in there, like that pin there. I don't know why it broke, but we found the pin on the ground. I just have to find a cotter pin to go in there. So it's been sprinkling off and on all day. I am feeling sickish. I obviously wasn't recovered. Had some bouts of feeling chilly today, but so the things that we did today were, somehow we hadn't measured this wide enough, so and I wanted it tilted a little bit. So we had to clean this out a little bit further and clean this corner out further. So I had to dig into the rock some more, because right here is going to be the front door, and I wanted you to be able to see it from that driveway when you come in. It's still not going to be a great, but it's better than going straight down this line, and it wouldn't have been. So we strung everything out today as well. So that's a big step. The next step for me now is to take that 2x4 and go down all the sides of the string and put in stakes to start the footers. So, but I just looked, it's supposed to start raining now, and it did. It's starting to sprinkle. It's supposed to start raining at 3 and rain for a little bit. And then like the next 4 or 5 days there's rain in the forecast. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out here and do anything, being that I feel sick. I don't know if I showed this. I think I did, but kind of the finished product of our 2 sheds. That's cool. There's where my tarps, I don't know if you can see them or not, but my tarps are down there. Anyway, there's tarps down there. I was just looking for my tarps to cover the tractor and couldn't find them. So I guess they all got blown down there. They were up here by the tractor. So what I did was I took my that canopy tent thing that wind destroyed down here, and I just took the top of it and put it on here. Probably not gonna stay, but you never know. Maybe if it gets some rain on here, it'll hold it down. We'll see. So yeah, that's the day, guys. I did a little bit of grading here too because the sides were starting to fall off, and just going up and down our tires kind of made an indentation. So I tried to smooth that out. So that was the day. Time to go home. I know it's early, but I do not feel great. So I think I'm pretty proud of myself for doing what I did today. So we'll see you guys the next time I get out here. Good morning, everyone. It is January 29 at 9:20 in the morning. I'm still at my house. We've been having just things come up, not feeling well, being sick, rain coming around, not getting things, able to get anything done. The pad is absolutely, a couple days ago after the rain, was a swimming hole. So we haven't really been able to get anything done. I have a water tote from this property that I'm staying at that they're letting me borrow. So I'm going to probably put maybe somewhere around 8, maybe it's 8 point something pounds per gallon of water, and I think I'm able to put like 11 or 1200 pounds in my truck bed. I need to check that. I'm gonna go check that real quick, but I still have a long way of filling up the water. And then I have another water tote like this in the trailer without a cage on it, so it's going to be a lot harder to move. So I'm thinking about putting maybe a few gallons in it just to get it started. This I plan on taking the tractor, hooking a chain up to the top and picking it up out of the truck bed. And you know, if it doesn't work, if it doesn't seem to be working, I'll just let some water out of it. But I was trying to take as much water as I can with me because I don't have any water on the property. And then we'll figure out a water catchment system, rain catchment system, or I also have water delivered to me in 5-gallon jugs here, so I'll maybe fill up a few every day that I go down and just keep pouring water into this, so that we'll always have a little bit in there. And this isn't going to be for drinking or anything. This is just for helping clean up at the job site. So anyway, that's what's going on today. It's good to be back on the camera for a minute and hopefully get a little bit of something done today. Right, guys, we're out here at the property. Not as much of a lake as this was a couple days ago. It was absolutely covered. So we got, this is my other tote that's not in a cage. So I put I don't know, maybe like 15 gallons. So I'm gonna try to come up with a plan to pull that out. It's actually, I think I can move it by hand. I knew I didn't want to put a lot of water in it, or I wasn't gonna be able to move it at all. So the first plan of attack is to try to get that out. And I think I'm gonna put them over here somewhere, maybe put them on some pallets or something. So we're gonna come up with some kind of solution. All right, guys, sweater came off. It's getting warm. I think it was like in the high 30s when I got down here. I don't know. Anyway, wanted to show, I also put about 75 gallons of water in this tote. Made me squat a little bit. I could feel it when I was pulling. It felt a little bit different for sure. But then, you know, I figured in, if it's about 8 pounds for a gallon, if I would have had, you know, 100 gallons, that would have been 800 pounds approximately. But it's a little bit over 8 pounds, I think, for a gallon. And then the weight of the cage and the tote and all that stuff, I'd say that when it was empty, weighed well over 100 pounds. I don't know, it's a guess, but I'd say about 100 pounds. And I think my bed can hold about 1,200 pounds. So I didn't really want to take a chance. I've got stuff inside my truck that weighs me down a little bit, plus pulling the trailer. But I put a pallet over here, went and got some pallets, spread a little hay on this wet pad. Gonna see if I can just pick this up. Since I didn't put a lot of weight in it, I'm gonna see if I can pick this up with the tractor, with a chain, and just place it on that pallet over there. Then I'm gonna disconnect the trailer and put it somewhere, I don't know yet. And then we'll let down the tailgate and try to get that heavy guy out. That's going to be the more challenging thing, I think, the thing I'm more worried about. So we'll see how it goes. All right, I think that'll work for now. I have a connector to put on here. It's still over there in the trailer. I forgot to hook it up, but for the hose. So I think that'll work. I might have to maybe trench right here to put a hose on, like it's gonna kind of lay so I can get a gravity feed. But it should work. I'm okay with that. All right, I'm not feeling especially positive about this idea. If I had the forks on this thing, it'd been already done. I'm gonna try to hook the chain through here and pull this out, maybe just barely onto the tailgate, but I'm not gonna take a chance on this truck. So if I can't come up with, if it doesn't feel good, I'm just gonna let some water out, because I'm not gonna take a chance on ruining my tailgate. But I'm gonna give this a shot. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, and I just keep playing around with it till, oh, okay, that works, and then I do that. But if I don't have a, oh, that works, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, I can't get this bucket high enough to get up over the top of the tote, so I'm not gonna risk it. I brought it out onto the tailgate a little bit. It's just, it's too risky. So I'm letting some water out, see how much, if I lay it out 10-15 gallons and then give it a try again and see if I can get it. But I may have to empty most of the water. I don't know, because it's pretty heavy for one person. All right, guys, I let it down to I think a little less than 50 gallons, and I put my teeth in underneath the frame and hooked the chain up here on top. So I kind of made my own little forklift. I got to go real easy. I see that I'm pretty close to this thing here, but it's moving, so it's not weight on there. Most weight's on this one and that one over there, that tooth over there. So I'm gonna go real slow, hope for the best, and yeah, that sucker's heavy. I'm not gonna move it, and hopefully we get it over there without destroying anything. So letting out a little water, but got to keep a little bit of water. Hopefully it'll work. Not easy to make this nice and smooth because ground is bumpy, got little roots and stumps and rocks and uneven. I really wanted to aim this facing out toward the pad, but I put it in a certain way, and so the hose bib is facing me. So unless it gets completely empty, then I can rotate it on my own. Ooh boy, this is scary. I don't know how this is going to work. Well, this might work like this. Let me see how that looks on that pallet. Looks not too bad. Okay, I needed to go over there to the left a little bit more. Well, I guess that's that. It just decided to do it on its own. Well, I can pick it up a little bit, scoot it back. With the teeth. That might not have been a good idea to put it on the pallet, it seems to be, oh well, I might be able to put it over there to the right a little bit. I don't know how it ended up so far over there. Well, let's try. I want it off the ground even though it's on a pallet type thing. I don't want to bust off the front of that. You know, I wonder if I can just pick it up this way, kind of. This ain't working, guys. That did. Well, we got it up on the pallet. Maybe I'm gonna have to bite the bullet and empty the whole thing so I can actually maneuver it myself. I really wanted to come out with a little bit of water in it because we don't have any rain in the forecast and I have no running water out here, so every water I'm gonna pay to have brought out or bring it myself. Well, that's just gonna have to do for now. Oh, look at that. I could move it myself. All right. Ron's got some horsepower. Perfect. All right. All right, not bad, actually. I can handle that. All right, we got this. This one goes on here. All right, guys, I was hungry. I was sticking through my truck for something else, and I found me some chips. Whoa. I was like, oh my goodness, I haven't eaten today. It's about noon. So that was awesome to find that. And I found I had some sweet tea. Anyway, I came over here to check the shed. After that last storm we had, that was off and on rain here and there and some wind and sometimes heavy duty rain, sometimes not, but it went on for about 4 or 5 days. So whatever the inside of this shed is going to look like on the ground, how wet it is going to tell me how waterproof it is. I'm afraid to look in there because I have some stuff that's vulnerable to water. All right, I'm not going to lie. So far, I see no water on the ground, so that makes me very happy. Without getting too personal and showing all everything I have in here, I'm going to feel around. I see no water on the ground anywhere. Wow, everything is dry. Wow, I am shocked, guys. Everything is dry. There's a quick. I mean, you see spots where water could come in there, you know. And I just felt like this wasn't, these lips weren't a really great seal. I was sure water would come in. I don't see any water anywhere that I can see the ground. And I don't feel any water on anything. Wow, I'm happy. Over time, I guess I could touch up some spots and try to make it even more waterproof, but I'm impressed. I'm impressed. All right, guys, I've gotten some goodies that I'm going to put here in the shed. But the other day, Diego noticed I was missing some a connection to my drill when we were putting the shed together. I don't even know what those things are called. They're called magnetic drive guide, I guess. Anyway, he bought me this. He was at Harbor Freight and saw this, and I had one of those in there, so he bought that for me. But while he was doing that, he didn't realize that. So when I put the shed together, I don't know if you guys saw on video, I just had just the head that goes to those screws, and it kept falling out while I was working and to work. And so maybe those batteries weren't. It was a pain, the connector. So he didn't know it, but I had already bought these. So now I have compact magnetic drive guide. So my little extensions will stop falling out of the screw. And then it suggested the different heads like this, and I didn't know it, but this one came with it. So I went from 0 to at least 3 magnetic heads, which is funny. And just some other stuff that I got here that's not a big deal, but carpenter pencils that I didn't have anything to mark on my plywood. So I'm kind of buying things as the need arises. Kind of a neat situation. It came with a pencil sharpener for those. And then this guy, I don't know if you can see it. It clips on your belt, and then this pencil sticks inside here. So you can carry the pencil around without losing it. It's pretty cool because it's rubberized, so basically it'll hang on the side of your belt like this, or you could hang it on whatever around so that you don't lose it. Pretty cool. Last couple things I got was these little cotter pins, because they go to the mower. And I have different places that I have the pins that are needed. And then the other day, when this thing broke and we had to shove a metal thing in, it's not pretty. I might end up just leaving that for now. I don't know, but I bought these and I have this thing here, so the pin would go in it like this. I have no idea what happened there. It doesn't look broke, it just fell down. I don't even know what's the only thing. I guess that serves a purpose for something. Maybe it goes to some other attachment that I don't have. So anyway, I am gonna work on fixing that up and put some of this stuff away. Kind of cool to have a couple extra little things that I'm gonna need.